Okay, so here's just a quick video for section 5.4 over solving with inequalities. And the key is this. When you're solving an equation, we use inverse operations. So if you're subtracting from x, you add to add both sides to cancel out the subtraction. If you're dividing, multiply both sides to get rid of the division. All that stuff's the same with inequalities. However, there's one little weird twist. If I have x plus 3 is greater than 7, sorry, let's do this. Let's say 13 is greater than 7. Okay. If I add or subtract the number to both sides, like subtract 6, which is the same thing as saying add negative 6, I get 7 is greater than 1. It's still true, it's still okay. Here's the problem though. Heck, even if I multiply both sides by 2, which is the same thing as dividing by 2. If I multiply both sides by a positive, 26 is still greater than 14. That's okay as well. The problem comes into play whenever you have something like 3 is greater than negative 1, and I multiply both sides by a negative 1. That gives me negative 3 is greater than positive 1, not positive 2, and that's not true. So because I did the opposite of both sides, I also have to do the opposite of the inequality symbol, and that's the big thing with section 5.4. If you multiply or divide using a negative number, using the opposite of a number, you have to use the opposite inequality symbol anytime that happens. So just a quick brief run through of the homework, because this is really one step for all of them. The only issue is is it going to be flipped or not. For number 12, I'm adding 12, not going to do anything. 14, subtracting 5.9, don't have to worry about that. 16, subtract 3.75, don't have to worry about flipping there. 18, subtract 2/3, don't have to worry about flipping there. 20, subtract 9, don't have to worry about that. 22, subtracting 1/5, I don't have to worry about that. All those are either addition or subtraction. However, once we get to 26 through 36 even, this is where we run into an issue. So 26, I'm going to divide by 7. Now I know the 49 is negative, excuse me, but the number I'm dividing by is a positive 7, so I'm not going to flip the inequality symbol any. However, on number 28, I'm going to divide both sides by a negative 2. That means I have to do the opposite of both sides. That means this symbol has to switch to a greater than. Same thing happens on 30, dividing by a negative 11. Both sides is going to switch the signs of both of those, so it switches that to a less than or equal to. Excuse me. 32, you're going to multiply by negative 7/5, but since it's a negative, flips that, flips everything. 34, multiply by a negative 4, again, flip the inequality symbol. And 36, you're going to multiply by negative 10/6, that's going to cause us to flip that as well. And then for 40 through 46, where they're all just kind of broken up evenly. 40, you'll subtract 4.5, so don't have to worry about that. 42 is a tricky one. You have to subtract the 12 first, then they'll use the negative d, then the negative d you divide both sides by negative 1, that gets flipped. 44, you add an 8, not a problem. 30 and 46, you multiply by 3, because you're dividing by a third, not a problem there either. So there are other word problems and stuff that from the homework. If you have any questions about those, come in. But I really just wanted to make on this video real quick, just kind of bare bones of what to do for each of these problems. Okay, thanks.